All of our school board members are complete leftists. So we have a conservative district with a handful of communists running our schools.
Matthew Maddock has long spewed hate. The conservative Michigan lawmaker has now added the title of MAGA idiot. On X, Maddock posted, "Happening right now. 3 buses just loaded up with illegal invaders at Detroit Metro Airport. Anyone have any idea where they are headed with their police escort?" It took just minutes for local reporter Maxwell White to post, "Just to be clear, this was the Gonzaga basketball team." Readers added this context. The police escort is taking them to the NCAA men's Sweet 16.
I am a Freedom Caucus member. I'm often referred to, even members of our own party, as a purist, and they say that in a negative way, but I'm happy to do what I'm doing.
The online ridicule of Maddock has been intense. Michigan GOP watch. The NCAA Sweet 16 is in Detroit, and these lunatics are going haywire, thinking all brown people on a bus from the airport are invaders. The source, "They are basketball players, you dumb inbred." To which Maddock replied, "Sure they are, commie." Teresa Marie, probably teams from the NCAA Men's Sweet 16 playing at Little Caesars Arena on Friday and Sunday. Maddock, "Sure, commie." Good talking point.
The values that I represent, our Republican Party values, are the values of our founding fathers, and they are what makes America great.
A few hours later, Maddock doubled down about migrants invading Michigan. "We know this is happening. Hundreds of thousands of illegals are pouring into our country. We know it's happening in Michigan. Our own governor is offering money to take them in. Since we can't trust the fake news to investigate it, citizens will. The process of investigating these issues takes time." Actually, Mr. Maddock, it doesn't take much time at all to determine that a group of dark-skinned young men are members of a basketball team and are not undocumented migrants. But if you are predisposed to bigotry, racism, and hatred of all people who look different than you, I appreciate that cognitive skills and critical thinking come a bit more slowly for you. That's a pattern with MAGA. And you yourself have spoken about how proud you are of conservatives, like yourself, who do not have a college education.
You know what? We need knuckle-dragging conservatives running for office. We don't care if you have an education. We don't care if you don't know how to run running a school is not a difficult thing to do. They have a budget. It's like running a household.
And I bet your household is a lot of fun. Your wife, Michonne, describes herself as an ultra-MAGA Trump conservative, and she says she was a 2020 Trump elector. Oh, and both of you helped bring other misguided Michigan conservatives to Washington, D.C. for January the 6th. To Matthew Maddock's credit, he does have a listed phone number. I called and he did not pick up. I then texted if he had any regrets about his tweet. He replied, "Look, the whole nation knows what they are doing with illegals. It's dangerous, and people are getting killed now. When their welfare money runs out, they're going to get even more dangerous. This is part of the story." I replied, "They? They were basketball players from Gonzaga U. They are not part of any story except NCAA tournament. Yes or no?" He replied, "The hostile media can keep attempting to cover this up, but it's not working for you." I believe that translates into, no, Mr. Maddock has no regrets about labeling the Gonzaga men's basketball team as a bunch of undocumented migrants invading Detroit by bus. How sad. All of us on occasion get some things wrong. There's no shame in admitting a mistake and taking ownership of it. But fearful people are often too terrified to admit reality. And I've long said that MAGA leaders and their faithful followers live their lives in fear. The MAGA morons are frightened of people who look different than them, speak other languages, and practice other religions. And God forbid any newcomer to this nation believes in democratic political principles, including workers' rights, educational opportunities, and a society built on equality and fairness. Oh, the horror. Also, there is a special place in hell for moderate Republicans, as Matthew Maddock has stated.
We're in the process of purifying our party and purifying our values, so I think that's always a good thing.
Well, Mr. Maddock, your dumb f***ery is also a good thing. You've proven once again that MAGA morons are idiots, and you've given a new political meaning to the phrase, March Madness. By the way, actor-producer Larry David just eviscerated Donald Trump.
Just couldn't admit to losing. And we know he lost. He knows he lost. And look how he's fooled everybody. He's convinced all these people that he didn't lose. He's such a sick man. He's so sick.
Check out that story at the link below. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.